Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warship Blitz, where we are taking out the Hatsuharu, which is the Tier 6 Japanese destroyer from the gunboat line. Here we are, one of only two destroyers in the game, one on our team, one on their team, the T-22, the Tier 5 German destroyer with very lightweight guns, has fairly reasonable torpedoes, but is definitely the inferior boat. So in some ways I'm quite lucky on this map. So with this map, what I'm attempting to do, and I think this is fault line or I think this is fault line, but basically what I'm trying to do is capture one of these caps now. The T-22 and I have gone for exactly the same cap, otherwise we probably could have got one each, but with my smoke and my superior guns I can see whether or not I can deal with him. Now, unfortunately for him, I've got heavy fire support in the form of that cruiser, and so it's a bit rough for that poor T-21, but that's French cruisers, more than capable of making a mess of that T-22. That means without any contesting ships, we capture the zone, and it's time to let some long-range torpedoes go. This Bayern, we have a look. Is the cone moving? Nah, fire two torpedoes down it, get out of dodge. I'm not really too interested in hanging around. He's got fairly good secondaries. Well, actually, maybe I'm just wanting to watch what goes on here. And, there was torpedo bombers. Yep. 6 hits out of 6 torpedoes. Not a bad start. He's on fire, he's flooding. He's obviously used his damage control. My job here is done. Time to find an alternative victim. And there's a New Mexico with 14 seconds for the torpedo reload, and probably not much longer before he comes into sight. So let's see what we're facing here. Oh, he's moving a nice broadside as well. So, yep, there we go. Let him have it. Do I let him have it? 1, 2, both tubes. He's busy shooting. Now, I suspect that player is looking through his view scope. And unfortunately, looking through the view scope is not a great way to alert yourself to the presence of torpedoes, giving me another 6 hits and my first kill. The Hatsuharu, when it gets battleships that aren't paying attention, is a lot of fun. So, I'm not sure if they're my kills or if they're sort of joint kills shared between me and those battleships. Because I definitely fired down the aiming cone and I got pristine hits. So now, just for you battleship players out there, all is not lost, because if you so much as touch the rudder or the throttle and that aiming cone is moving, then at that point I'll go and find another target. I won't fire long-range torpedoes. This Dunkirk seems to have suffered some grievous damage. So this Bayern is still going. Is his aiming cone changing? No, we'll let him have it. Just 1, 2. That Dunkirk was way too short on health. So we will go and target this this carrier, which is going to be a long road with guns, but then again, it's not a very powerful carrier, and we've got help. And I get more torpedo hits. So I'm starting with 12, so half of those torpedoes hits, up to 15, which isn't too bad really. Especially considering it's not really primarily a torpedo boat. Right, off to find some more battleships to play with. So this is very much like a best case match where, in essence, I'm the only destroyer on the team because we dealt with that T-22 so early. Well, basically, for me, it is being the only destroyer on the team. Now this Omaha is a bit of a problem, because he's, well, if I turn, I'm going to get a broadside, which isn't particularly good. And I'm waiting for the moment where I decide that that's the moment, because he's still hitting me. We'll let him have a couple of spread broadsides. I'll go out, put the accelerator on, and take down the last ship. So that was a very successful game. The Hatsuharu, I actually prefer the gunboat line to the torpedo line, because if I'm facing another destroyer, I'm not quite as helpless. And there we go. A lot of badges. 17 torpedo hits, which is pretty good considering the slow reload and the fact that it's only 3 torpedoes, 2 tubes, 2 sets of tubes, with the battle star coming top of the list. Anyway, that's the Hatsuharu. Highly recommend it. It is a gunboat destroyer, so the lessons learned here are applicable to American destroyers. And I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.